here.
I figured out
What is a geometric sequence? Now, yesterday we talked about what a geometric sequence looks like in terms of the problem with the dominoes that we looked at. So I'm just going to give you some numbers here to give some practice. I know. It says right, either.
Not even close.
No, it doesn't even say F. Is it F?
It's
Did you say F?
E.
Right, ETH?
Google it.
And? Shut up. Okay. Write the nth term. So we're trying to write the rule. Now, this is a geometric sequence, and so we don't want a common difference. We want a common ratio. So we need a common ratio first. So what's our common ratio? What you do is take the one term and divide it by the previous term. So what is 36 divided by 12? 3. And now, just to double check it, what is 108 divided by 36? Do that in your head.
3.
Oh, it's 3. You guys just assuming that it is 3, but you're right, it is 3. Okay. So once you know the common ratio, you just need to know the formula after that, which actually makes a lot of sense. Here, let's check it out. If you wanted to get 108, how many times would you have to multiply 12 by 3?
4.
1, 2, right? My goodness. So it would say this: a sub 3, which is 108, would equal 12 times 3 times 3, right? You just have to do it 3 times. Now, if I make this a general term, it would be a sub n, and we don't know how many times we're going to multiply the 3 together. See here, you can also write it 12 times 3 to the second power, right? Okay. Well, we don't know how many times we would multiply the ratio, so we just say n. But it's not just n, because this 3 doesn't go straight up to there. It's n minus 1. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, this is correct. It will work. Okay, but it's not simplified. I'm not worried about you guys finding the nth term. I think that is actually pretty understandable. I think the next part's kind of weird. Because you wouldn't see it unless you've seen it done before. Unless you're a weird math genius, which I know I wasn't. Anyways, you see the base, how it's 3? Is there a factor of 3 in 12?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, yeah, there's 4 times 3, right?
Yeah.
So I can rewrite the 12 as 4 times 3. So now I have 4 times 3 times 3 to the n minus 1. Well, what do you do when you have the same bases? Can't you simplify those? Like if I had x times x to the second power, I would get x to the third, right? You could write it in a more simple way. What's the exponent for this guy? 1. So 1 plus n minus 1 would be what?
N.
Yeah, just n, right? Because the negative 1 and the 1, we cancel each other out. We would get 3 raised to the n power. That's kind of different. So I simplified it. This answer is more correct because it's simplified. The other answer works, but it's not simplified. Okay? You need to know both. Okay. Next one. Different common ratio. We take the first term, we divide it by the term right before it. Fractions are easier to see if you write them out. So I'm going to divide this by negative 1 over 3. That equals 1 over 9 times the reciprocal, so it'll be negative 3 over 1. And the 3 we cancel out with the 9 because you like cross-canceling, and we end up with negative 1/3. That is our common ratio. And so we know the formula before, right? Is a sub n equals a sub 1 times n, no, not n, the ratio, r raised to the n minus 1. So let's plug in some stuff. A sub n is going to equal, what is a sub 1? Negative 1/3. Okay, I'm going to put parentheses around this dude because he has a negative with him. I think it's easier to see. Then I plug in my common ratio. Oh, it's the same as the first term. Huh, that's weird. Then we have n minus 1. Can we simplify these?
Yes.
Yeah, we can. So there's a 1 right there, and if you went n minus 1 plus 1, then the 1s would cancel out. You'd be left with 1. So we have negative 1/3 raised to the n power. That's your rule. Your simplified rule, I should say, because this rule works. It's just not simplified. Okay, let's check out this one right here. Now, I'm sorry, I want to also say, now we know this is a geometric sequence. If you didn't know, you would want to test you'd want to do another division. You'd want to like go this one divided by that one to make sure you get negative 1/3. Because if it doesn't get negative 1/3, then you know it's not a geometric sequence.